What's going on, everyone? This is Carl, the Solutionist, and the solution to fitness. And today, I'm going to talk to you about 5 people that passed away while working out. I thought I'd try something a little different today and talk to you about the serious dangers that you guys should be aware of when it comes to working out. Now, the purpose of this video is not to talk bad about these people or call them amateurs or nothing like that, because some of these people are actually experienced lifters. The purpose of this video is to show you guys that freak accidents can happen to the most knowledgeable lifters. Also, you may have a condition that you're not aware of and ignoring the signs. I also hope that this video can help keep the memories of these individuals alive, and that they're not forgotten, and that their death is not in vain. Their deaths can help shed light to future generations and to people that are getting into working out. So hopefully people that are just getting into working out can watch this video and not repeat the same mistakes. So rest in peace to these souls. I hope they are truly at peace and no longer in any pain. So with that being said, let's get into the 5 people that unfortunately passed away while working out. Number 1. Dave Goldberg, 47 years old. Dave Goldberg was the CEO of SurveyMonkey and husband to Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg. David was vacationing with his family in Mexico near Puerto Vallarta when he decided to go to the resort's fitness room. While on the treadmill, he somehow fell off and seriously injured his head. His family grew concerned when he hadn't returned for a while and went to go out looking for him. When they finally found him, he was on the floor bleeding from the back of his head, though he was still alive. He was later pronounced dead from the head trauma and hypodermic shock. What I find puzzling about this tragic incident is that every resort that I've ever been to that has a gym always had someone inside to make sure people belong to the hotel or pay for the gym pass and to assist anyone if they needed it. How this guy laid there for hours with no assistance from anyone is beyond me. That resort really needs to go over its policies regarding the gym floor. I kind of also want to shed light on an advanced cardio workout that I did a couple months back. I pointed out that you should be pretty advanced before doing this type of cardio workout, as it requires you to step off the treadmill then back on. If you're a beginner, do not attempt this, please. Number 2, Kyle Thomas, 22 years old. The next 2 on this list that I'm going to mention died of similar causes. In Des Moines, Iowa, Kyle was benching 315 pounds, which is a little over 3 plates. During his set, his grip slipped and the weight came slamming down on his chest. He was rushed to the hospital soon afterwards, but later succumbed to his internal injuries and unfortunately passed away. It wasn't stated which grip he was using, but for him to actually lose his grip, I would have to assume he was using the suicide grip, which is the grip where your thumb isn't around the bar. This grip is very dangerous, and I recommend using this grip when A, you're already pretty advanced at benching, and B, it isn't your 1 to 6 rep max. Now, what puzzles me about this particular case is that he actually did have a spotter, which should also be important for you guys watching to note. It's always important to have a spotter. A spotter that's also advanced in training and is constantly paying attention to your lift, especially if you're going for your 1 rep max. Never, no matter how advanced you are, doing 1 rep max with no spotter. Number 3, Chris Bailey, 28 years old. In Portslade, Brighton in the UK, Chris was another young individual who died while benching heavy weight, except this wasn't in a gym. It was actually in his own garage. According to his landlord, who was the actual one that found the body, he was last seen going to work out late at night and was found in the morning with the bar still on his chest, which means that he had been dead for hours. What's really sad is that Chris had only recently purchased this bench before this happened to him for the purpose of saving money going to an actual gym. That's one of the most notable dangers of at-home gyms and people that prefer to train alone. You don't have anyone around to prevent things like this from happening. My heart goes out to this kid because he was 28, which is my age. I recently turned 28 last week. And the pain must be indescribable to realize in his last minutes that no one was coming to help him and he was alone. God bless. Number 4, Zenida Carvalho, 29 years old. This girl was actually a district and state level gold medalist. One day, Zenida was doing a light cardio workout at a CrossFit gym in Evershine, Nagar. All of a sudden, she just collapses. She was later pronounced dead on arrival to the hospital. It was discovered that she had suffered from diabetes and had a cardiac arrest, which is when there is a blockage of blood flow to the heart. It was her first day at that gym. And number 5, I'm going to pronounce this pretty bad most likely, so please forgive me. Ajinkya Lolge. Now the final person on this list that I wanted to talk about also died seemingly from a cardiac arrest as well. I say seemingly because I couldn't really find much of an update to this story, and it happened in India. If any of my India subscribers have heard this story and know what the recent update to this news was, please leave a comment. But I wanted to include this one because of his age. This kid suffered from what looked like the symptoms of a cardiac arrest at 17 years old. There's an actual video online showing him completely collapsing in the gym. I'm not going to show that video though, but you guys can find it on your own. Now, it's not like people at this age never have to worry about going through this, but it's very rare. Usually poor dieting contributes to cardiac arrest, but it's usually over a long period of time. I don't think 17 years old is nearly long enough to clog the blood flow to the heart, but I could be wrong. He may have been born with a pre-existing heart condition. That I can believe because back when I was in the 8th grade or a freshman in high school, there was this girl that I knew that passed away due to cardiac arrest, and I believe it was because she was born with a heart condition, so don't ignore the signs. If you're working out and you feel dizzy, your heart is in pain, you're having difficulty breathing, it may be a sign that you have to slow down because those are usually the signals of a cardiac arrest. Well guys, that was 5 people that unfortunately passed away while working out. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you learned of the potential dangers you can run into in your training. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about these individuals, I'll leave links to the articles where I got information, where I got all my information in the description. So are you guys interested in this kind of content? Just wondering, general wondering, let me know. I could look into doing more stuff like this. I always like to try something a little different to experiment with the channel. And if you appreciate the information that I gave you, please do not be afraid to bench that subscribe button, squat that like button, and share this video around to all your friends. Once again, this is Carl the Solution, saying if you got a problem, I'll help you solve it. Your wishes are done and your best is yet to come.